up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Andrew from Bloops Football, and today I'm with my friend Joe Boyles Fennema. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So some backstory on Joe. Joe is a former NWSL player, former US Youth International player, former Tar Heel 3-year starter, ACC champion. There's a long list there. Today she's gonna go over the top 5 things that you need to know, especially if you're a girl, to make it as a pro in the women's game. This is not my area of expertise, so I'm just gonna bow out and I'll let you have it.
Let's go. 5 tips, here we go. Tip number 1, love the ball. Have one in your kitchen, have one in your house, have one in every room of your house. Living room, dining room. If you knock stuff and break stuff, blame it on me. Tell mom and dad, sorry, Coach Joe said, room, ball, every house. Use every surface. Understand laces, understand inside, understand outside, understand your head, chest, thigh. Understand how the ball moves, how the ball rolls. Learn what happens when you use different surfaces. Understand and love the ball. And that's number 1. Tip number 2, be fit as a fiddle. Do not let a coach have to take you off because you're unfit. Don't let a goal go back in the net because you can't track back because you're unfit. Don't let a player beat you in a duel because you can't hang. Control what you can control, and that's being fit. Some things I did as a player and some things that were staples in the NWSL are box to boxes. You get on the 18, you sprint down to the other 18. 15 seconds. You wait 15 seconds. You do it again. You do 8 reps, you rest, and you go again for another set. As you get more and more fit, ramp up the reps, ramp up the sets. It keeps you fit and it keeps you soccer specific fit. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, watch the game. Learn from the game. There's so many different nuances that you can pick up on. Not only watch the people with the ball, watch the movements for those in your position and out of your position when they don't have the ball. Pick up on different patterns. The game repeats itself over and over and over again. And if you watch it, you can pick up on those things and implement them in your game. There's no excuse. Paramount Plus, CBS, ESPN, come to your local university, watch soccer. Maybe watch it on YouTube. Maybe watch it on Boost Football. Who knows? But watch the game, learn from it. It will make you better. Tip number 4, believe and bet on yourself. There are times in my career that I had to believe and I had to bet on myself. Going to Orlando wouldn't have happened if I didn't bet on myself. Do the hard things. Trust in yourself that you've done everything that you physically, mentally, possibly could have done in order to be successful. That means doing the hard things. It means working on your weaknesses, not bailing out and working on your strengths. If you do and you work on your weaknesses, then you can fully believe and bet and trust in your own self. Do whatever is hardest because that is what will take you to the top. Tip number 4. Tip number 5, hate to lose more than you love to win. That may be difficult to process and flesh out, but really what it means is do everything in your power not to lose so that the only solution is to win. Let the fear of losing ignite you to win. Do everything that you can in a session not to lose so that the only outcome is that your team wins. Never let somebody think that they've beaten. That feeling is losing. Don't let that feeling happen. Let that feeling drive you to win. Tip number 5. There you have it. My 5 tips to becoming a women's professional soccer player. And I think they work for men's professionals too.
Yeah, I think those would work.
I'd say so.
Joe, thank you so much for coming on the channel, giving us your insight into the game. Guys, if you want to follow Joe's journey, she's a coach at CSU. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Follow her journey. Her Instagram will be below in the description. She also does a podcast where she interviews current NWSL players, former NWSL players. So there's a lot to learn there information-wise. That'll also be in the description. Thanks so much for coming on the channel.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
That's all we have for you today. I'm Andrew from Boost Football. Remember, your dreams won't work if you don't. See you guys.
Step number 2. Tip number 2. It's tip number 2. There you have it. My 5 tips to becoming a men's professional soccer player. Those are my 5 tips to become a men's professional soccer player.